Imagine sitting in your IELTS speaking exam and you get asked about pets or animal welfare. What if you could answer with expressions that instantly impress the examiner?
Hi, I'm Emma, and joining me is Jack. Today, we'll help you master Top Band 9 vocabulary for pets and animal welfare, a topic guaranteed to connect with questions about family, society, and responsibility.
We'll break down 10 powerful expressions, walk you through their meanings and examples, guide you in a fill-in-the-gap practice, and finish with a Band 9 model answer. Plus, you'll hear real IELTS-style questions and tips for using this vocabulary flexibly.
Let's jump in and give your IELTS answers a serious upgrade.
Expression: a lifelong commitment.
That's a responsibility or promise that might last for many years or even a lifetime.
People should realize that adopting a pet is a lifelong commitment rather than a decision made on impulse.
This phrase is fantastic for discussing responsibility and long-term decisions in a sophisticated, natural way.
Next up, companion animal.
A companion animal is an animal kept mainly for friendship and emotional support, not for work or food.
For elderly people who live alone, a companion animal can provide valuable emotional support.
This is a more formal and precise alternative to just saying pet.
Let's move to improve someone's well-being.
To improve someone's well-being means to have a positive impact on their physical, emotional, or psychological health.
Spending time with animals can improve someone's well-being by reducing loneliness and encouraging regular activity.
Well-being is a versatile Band 9 word you can use across topics like health, lifestyle, work, and relationships.
Let's keep going with provide a sense of companionship.
That means making someone feel they have company and aren't alone.
Pets can provide a sense of companionship, particularly for people who spend a considerable amount of time at home.
This phrasing helps you explain emotional benefits in a more precise, developed way.
Now, let's look at a critical verb: neglect an animal's needs.
That's when someone fails to give an animal the care, attention, food, exercise, or necessities it requires.
Owners who work extremely long hours may unintentionally neglect an animal's needs.
Neglect is a strong academic verb perfect for discussing responsibility and animal welfare clearly.
How about act on impulse?
To act on impulse means doing something suddenly without thinking about the consequences.
Some people act on impulse when they buy a puppy and later discover that they cannot cope with the responsibility.
This idiom is excellent for talking about decision-making, shopping, relationships, and lifestyle choices.
Let's continue with a demanding responsibility.
That's a duty requiring a lot of time, energy, attention, or effort.
Looking after a large dog can be a demanding responsibility, especially for someone with a busy lifestyle.
It's a great way to avoid basic phrases like a lot of work and boost your answer's lexical sophistication.
Let's talk about raise public awareness.
That means increasing people's knowledge and understanding of an issue.
Educational campaigns can raise public awareness of responsible pet ownership and animal cruelty.
A highly transferable collocation for social, environmental, health, and educational topics.
Coming up, be adequately cared for.
That's about receiving a sufficient and appropriate standard of care.
Governments should ensure that animals in shelters are adequately cared for while they wait to be adopted.
This passive structure sounds natural in formal discussions about welfare, regulations, and social responsibility.
And finally, foster a sense of responsibility.
That means encouraging someone over time to become more responsible and aware of their duties.
Caring for a family pet can foster a sense of responsibility in children from an early age.
Foster is a strong Band 9 verb, great for expressing gradual positive development.
Let's put your listening and vocabulary to the test. I'll say the beginning of a sentence, pause, and try to complete it yourself before Jack gives you the answer.
Ready? Here we go.
Anyone thinking of adopting an animal should understand that pet ownership is
A lifelong commitment.
for someone who lives alone, a
Companion animal can offer both affection and company.
regular interaction with animals may
Improve someone's well-being by reducing stress and loneliness.
a pet can
Provide a sense of companionship for elderly people who have limited social contact.
busy owners sometimes
Neglect an animal's needs if they underestimate how much attention pets require.
people should avoid choosing an animal simply because they
Act on impulse.
caring for an energetic dog can become
A demanding responsibility for someone who works long hours.
schools and charities can
Raise public awareness of responsible pet ownership.
animals in rescue centres must
Be adequately cared for until suitable homes can be found.
giving children appropriate pet care duties can
Foster a sense of responsibility from an early age.
time to hear all the complete sentences with these Band 9 phrases in context.
Anyone thinking of adopting an animal should understand that pet ownership is a lifelong commitment.
For someone who lives alone, a companion animal can offer both affection and company.
Regular interaction with animals may improve someone's well-being by reducing stress and loneliness.
A pet can provide a sense of companionship for elderly people who have limited social contact.
Busy owners sometimes neglect an animal's needs if they underestimate how much attention pets require.
People should avoid choosing an animal simply because they act on impulse.
Caring for an energetic dog can become a demanding responsibility for someone who works long hours.
Schools and charities can raise public awareness of responsible pet ownership.
Animals in rescue centres must be adequately cared for until suitable homes can be found.
Giving children appropriate pet care duties can foster a sense of responsibility from an early age. Let's transition to IELTS speaking practice. Jack will ask some typical exam questions on today's theme.
Did you have any pets when you were a child?
Why do you think people become emotionally attached to animals?
What responsibilities should people consider before getting a pet?
Do you think children benefit from growing up with animals?
Why do some people abandon their pets?
Should governments introduce stricter laws to protect animals?
In what ways can pets improve people's quality of life?
Do you think attitudes towards animal welfare are changing in your country? Now, let's listen to a Band 9 model answer with today's vocabulary woven in naturally.
I think pets can have an extremely positive influence on people's lives, provided that owners understand what they are taking on. Adopting an animal is a lifelong commitment, and it can also be a demanding responsibility, particularly if the animal needs a great deal of exercise or attention.
That said, a companion animal can provide a sense of companionship and significantly improve someone's well-being, especially if they live alone.
I also think growing up with pets can foster a sense of responsibility in children because they learn that another living creature depends on them. The main problem arises when people act on impulse and choose a pet without considering the long-term consequences. This can lead them to neglect an animal's needs or even abandon it. For that reason, I believe governments and charities should raise public awareness of responsible pet ownership.
Let's wrap up with 3 key takeaways from today's session. First, advanced vocabulary like lifelong commitment and neglect an animal's needs makes your answers more impressive and precise.
Second, using collocations such as raise public awareness or provide a sense of companionship will help you sound more natural and flexible.
And third, practicing these phrases makes it much easier to use them confidently in real IELTS answers.
Try including 2 or 3 of today's expressions in your next IELTS speaking practice. The more you use them, the more fluent and confident you'll become.
Thanks for learning with us. Keep aiming high and follow for more Band 9 IELTS tips.